शम्भुमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्. Friends, we have all come to Prashanti Kutir to become yogis. An ordinary person enters into sleep and wakes up as an ordinary person. A fool going to sleep wakes up only as a fool. But it is yoga to transform an ordinary person into a wise being. Sleep is an ordinary experience. Yoga is a divine experience. Sleep is nidra. Samadhi too or yoga too is a nidra. But that sleep is spiritual, divine, sublime, metamorphosing, changing a base metal into gold. An ordinary person becomes a yogi. And to become yogis, we have come to this Prashanti Kutir. It is foolish if we return as ordinary persons. Let us make the best use of our stay here in the Prashanti. At the physical level, we must become very healthy. At the emotional level, we should become highly peaceful. At the intellectual level, we should blossom to be wise beings. And at the spiritual level, we must know who we are. That is the purpose for which we have come to this Prashanti. To be a yogi, we have to practice yoga. Yoga is not only physical, it is psychological, it is intellectual, and it is spiritual. Yoga is dharma. Dharma has two sides. One, the spirit of dharma, the other, the letter of dharma. Dharma, further translated into a simple English term, is discipline. To be a yogi, we have to practice yoga. To practice yoga is to practice dharma. To be a person of dharma is to be a person of discipline. Yoga has two dimensions, two sides. One is the core of dharma, the other is the expression of dharma. In other words, one is the spirit of dharma, the other is the letter of dharma. When we speak of the spirit of dharma, it is justice. When we speak of the letter of dharma, it is law. Law is meant to do justice. Dharma is meant to elevate us to a higher level. At a lower level also you have dharma, physical dharma, natural laws, biological laws, physical laws, chemical laws, and you have the spiritual laws. All are governed by cosmic laws. To be in tune with the law of life is to be a yogi, dharmic. Dharma is further translated into simple English term roughly is discipline. Having come to Prashanti Kutir, we have to be disciplined. We have to be dharmic. We have to be yogic. We have come to be yogis, therefore we have to be dharmic. As we have chosen to be yogis and be dharmic, we must practice discipline. And what is this discipline? Discipline in the simplest terms is obedience, sincerity, faithfulness, truthfulness. When we write a letter, at the end, we use the term yours sincerely, yours truly, yours faithfully, yours obediently. The simplest virtue and the most powerful virtue is sincerity. The simplest form of discipline is faithfulness, is obedience, is orderliness, is truthfulness. We have to be truthful to our thoughts, we have to be truthful to our words, and we have to be truthful to the laws of nature. We have to be faithful. These are the small words, simple words, but with sublime meaning, with powerful impact. Discipline is dharma, dharma is yoga, yoga is dharma, dharma is discipline. Now we find a few illustrations. To be truthful, to be sincere, to be faithful, to be obedient. We have in India 3 wonderful books. One is the Ramayana, the other is the Mahabharata, the third is the Bhagavata. In the Ramayana textbook, we find yoga highlighted, we find dharma highlighted, we find discipline described. Same is the case with Mahabharata. Same also is the case with Bhagavata. All the 3 texts speak of yoga. All the 3 books highlight dharma. All the 3 books give us the tenets of discipline. In the Ramayana, you have 4 brothers, virtuous brothers, model brothers, exemplary brothers, royal brothers, princely brothers, the sons of Dasharatha. Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrugnan. These 4 are very faithful, highly disciplined, they are dharmic and they are also yogis. The best among the 4 is Sri Ram, Rama Yogi. And in the Mahabharata, you have 5 virtuous brothers, Dharmaraj, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev. And in the Bhagavad, you have 2 model brothers. One is Balaram, the other is Sri Krishna Yogeshwara. If you take the first team, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugnan, they are an exemplary team displaying the quality of excellent discipline. Discipline is first and foremost obedience, faithfulness, sincerity, truthfulness. And Rama is the senior. He is the eldest brother. He is able to make his brothers obedient to him. Lakshmana is always obedient to Ram. So also Bharat, so also Shatrugna. The team is successful. The team is exemplary simply because they are united, they are disciplined. Any country, any family, any institution, any organization will flourish, will be successful only when there is discipline, and discipline is a simple virtue, obedience to the boss, obedience to the eldest brother, obedience to the parents, obedience to the hierarchical system. If that obedience is lost, everything crumbles. A few foreigners came to our country. The large nation, India, was enslaved because we were not united. A few foreigners, handful of them, on account of their teamwork, on account of their discipline, on account of their integrated work, they were able to boss over the entire nation. Success depends upon the discipline, dharma, yoga. Yoga is not only to close the nostrils, sit under the greenwood tree and meditate on the Brahman. It is not merely a physical exercise. It has its wider applications in day-to-day life, in the national life, in the cosmic life. And when we speak of success in the institution, success in education, success in organization, success in our country, the first and foremost virtue that we have to practice is yoga, dharma, discipline. And in the case of Ram, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugnan, we have excellent discipline. All the three younger brothers were obedient to Sri Rama. You may say, sir, Rama is a great person, full of virtues. He is very intelligent. He is extraordinarily wise. In archery, he is the best. In the sword fight, he is the first. In the classroom, he gets the first rank. He is not only a senior in age, but in virtues, he is a paragon. He is an excellent person. Therefore, the younger brothers are obedient to Rama. There is no wonder about it. Rama is most handsome. Rama is the tallest. Rama ajanubahum aravinda dalayataksham Ramam nishachara vinashakaram. All the wonderful epithets have been used in praise of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Such a noble character, sir. If our elder brothers are like that, we too obey him. If our husbands are like that, we too will be obedient to them. If our parents are like that, we too will be obedient to them. But all people are not like Ram, sir. Ram is excellent. Therefore, there is no wonder if Lakshmana is obedient, Bharata is obedient, Shatrugna is obedient. Don't think they are always simply verbally obedient. They have argued. Bharata did argue with Ram. He differed from Ramchandra Prabhu. When Rama was going to the forest, Bharata insisted upon Rama's return to Ayodhya. My dear brother, it is not dharma on your part to discard all the citizens and go to the forest. Please stay here. Be the king. Rama argues, no, we have to observe the words of the father, who must be obedient. It is the wish of the parents that I should go to the forest, therefore it is a greater dharma. When Bharata was arguing, it was very clear that Bharata was right. When Rama was speaking, it was so wonderful that Rama's arguments were in tune with the dharma. Vasishtha Maharshi, the wisest person, was a little confused. Who is right? Bharata is right. Rama is right. And finally, when the arguments have reached their climax, Rama says, there is a dharma sukshma, my dear Bharat. We have to be yogis. Yoga, it is to be useful to others, to a larger number of people. And I am useful to the people if I am in Ayodhya. I am also useful to the people if I am in the forest. But if I am in Ayodhya, there is a greater comfort to the body. If I am in the forest, there is a less comfort to the body. There is a greater tyaga. There is a greater self-sacrifice. When two paths appear to be dharmic, when two paths appear to be equally strong, equally useful, equally wonderful, choose that path which gives you strain. Dharma Sukshma. A yogi chooses that path which gives him more strain. Adha Klesajameva. Valmiki Maharshi uses a wonderful word. That which gives you a little strain has to be chosen. Rama chooses the path that which gives him a little strain. And immediately Bharata takes the cue. Oh, then I will not go to the kingdom. I shall not live in the palace. I shall not have the bodily comforts. I shall have a small hut outside the palace. Simple life, high thinking, usually useful to others. They alone live who live for the welfare of others. The others are more dead than alive, is Swami Vivekananda's statement. Similarly, you find Lakshmana arguing. Lakshmana says, you have every right to be the king. Who can deprive you of it? It's your parents. I shall behead them. It is fate. I shall defy fate, Lakshmana says. Oh, that means you are able to find the difference still between palace and forest. You are not a yogi. A yogi will find both to be equal. Sitosna sukha dukkheshu. In the cold climate, in the hot climate, body maintains the same temperature. Similarly, in the palace and in the woods, mind should maintain the equanimity. Yogaha samatva uchyate. If you say that you want the palace and you don't want the forest life, it means you are not a yogi. My dear Lakshman, try to evolve to be a yogi. Sukha dukkheshu. Both the conditions must not have any impact on you. You must maintain that sobriety. You must maintain that calmness of mind. You must have that composure. You must have that tranquility. You must have that serenity. Mind should be calm under all circumstances. Don't have the preferences or prejudices. Palace and the forest are one and the same to a yogi. Lakshmana is educated. Rama has had enough discussions with his brothers. It is only after the discussions that they remained to be obedient. Obedience does not mean blind obedience. It is wise obedience. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu is intelligent in every respect. He is superior to his younger brothers. Therefore, they are obedient. The argument may be that way. Come to Mahabharata. The 5 brothers you have. Dharmaraj. He is senior to them in age. And he has tremendous patience, sahana, kshama. And he is extraordinarily wise. Except in these 3 qualities, wisdom, patience, and seniority in age. In every other respect, in strength, Bhima is superior to him. In mace fight, Bhima is superior to him. When Bhima was a small boy of some months, maybe first year, from the lap of his mother Kunti Devi, he fell. He rolled and he fell on the rock. Poor Kunti Devi was a little upset. This small baby, the boy has fallen on the rock. He might have broken his leg. He might have been wounded, Kunti thought. But to her surprise, she found the rock powdered into small granules. It was Bhima who was safe. It was the hill, the rock that was broken into pieces. Such a mighty boy was Bhima, strong, skillful, and that Bhima was bound to his brother Yudhishthira. In spite of his strength, in spite of his mace fight, Bhima was ever obedient to Yudhishthira. Arjuna, such a skillful person, Sabyasachi. A Sabyasachi is a person who can dart the arrows with both the hands, keeping the bow under his toe. Such a skillful person, and in handsome features, most handsome is Arjuna. Arjuna, Palguna, Partha, Kiriti, Bhivatsa, Dhananjaya, Sabyasachi, such wonderful names were given to him as titles. And he is Nara. Narayana is Sri Krishna. Both Krishna and Arjuna are of the same age. Very handsome is Arjuna, very intelligent, and at the same time very skillful. Still Arjuna is obedient to Yudhishthira. Nakula is wonderful in his sword fight, unparalleled. And in riding the horses, in driving the chariots, Sahadeva is skillful. All the four brothers are superior to Yudhishthira in one respect or another, in one aspect or another, in one field or another. Still, all the four are obedient to Dharmaraj. That's discipline. The discipline displayed by the brothers in the Ramayana, we may have an excuse that Rama is superior, therefore the younger brothers are obedient, sir. But in the Mahabharata, except in age, wisdom, and the so-called patience, Sahana, all the four brothers are superior to Yudhishthira in one aspect or another. Still they are obedient. Therefore, Pandavas are successful. Antima Vijayam they were able to get on account of their excellent discipline, dharma, yoga. And every time Dharmaraj explained the tenets of dharma, when Bhima was emotional, when Arjuna took the bow and arrow, every time Dharmaraj took it upon himself to convince his brothers. They were highly argumentative. Duryodhana was caught, arrested, bound to a post in the helicopter. He was being taken to the place of punishment by Chitraratha. He was pleading, asking for protection. Then Dharmaraj says, Bhima, go and rescue him. No, he is our enemy. Why should I save him? Dharmaraj says, no. When a common enemy comes, we are 105. When it is a question of a foreign invasion, all India is one. The differences among the states, when we are alone. But when a common enemy comes to invade us, the entire Badar Bharat must be integrated, we must be one. Dharmaraj asks Bhima to be obedient, and it is Bhima who goes and saves Duryodhana. Very obedient are the four brothers to Dharmaraj. Come finally to the Mahabhagavat. In the Ramayana, Rama is superior in every respect. In the Mahabharata, Yudhishthira is superior to the others only in age and one or two other small qualifications or high qualifications. And in the Bhagavat, except in age, Balaram is not superior to Krishna in any respect. He is fool number one. He has no brains. He has only brute strength. Even that is useless in front of Sri Krishna because of his Sudarshana Chakra. Krishna is all powerful. He is omniscient, omnipotent. a Yogeshwara, capable of doing things, undoing things. Such a mighty personality, Sri Krishna, is obedient to Balarama always. Show me a single example where he was disobedient. Some people say, do what Rama does. Do what Sri Krishna says. There is a difference in meaning. What Rama does, we should do. That means Rama is Vigraha for Dharma. He is the embodiment of Dharma. Let us imitate him, let us emulate him, let us follow him, let us practice his way of life. People say, don't follow Krishna. Dangerous. His words only you take. You read Bhagavad Gita, follow his Bhagavad Gita. Don't follow. Why? He has married 16,000 women. He played with them. Don't follow him. I say, follow him. Marry as many as you can. You cannot. Only Krishna can live with 16,000 gopis. No man can live. Yes. Sri Krishna can be imitated or emulated in every respect. He, when he was a boy of 6 years or 7 years, danced on a cobra. Hold a poisonous snake, kiss it, have it round your neck, then you marry 16,000 women. When he was a boy of 7 years, he lifted a huge mountain on a small finger, protected the cows and cowherds for 7 days. Not necessary to lift a rock. It is enough if you carry some 10 or 15 kilos for few hours. We cannot do that. Sir, that's all story. This is also story. Lifting the mountain is a story. Marrying the women is also a story. If that is true, this is true. This is true, that is true. All have come from the same book. Follow Krishna. First practice drinking poison. First practice lifting the mountain, and then marry as many as you can. Krishna has never been adharmic. Krishna has never been indisciplined. He is an ideal karma yogi. He is a jnani. He is a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He played the role of a student to Sri Shiva. Shiva Maharaj, please teach me how to drink poison and still remain alive. And he was a very good student to Sandipani. He was an excellent student. Where did he display indiscipline? Where was he adharmic? Absolutely not, nowhere. And this Sri Krishna was obedient to his elder brother Balarama. Balarama was a fool, no doubt about it. Still he was obedient. Sir, Krishna is intelligent enough to obey Balarama and get his things done. Be also intelligent like that. You go to your professor, you go to your principal. If you want leave, you play the role of a good student, obedient student, get your things done. Balarama did not like his sister Subhadra to marry Arjuna. He wanted Subhadra to be married to Duryodhana. Subhadra went to Krishna. My dear younger brother, younger senior brother, eldest brother Balarama wants me to marry Duryodhana. I don't like that fellow. I want to marry Arjuna. You are the only way. I am afraid of my elder brother. How can I tell him? Krishna says he is afraid of his elder brother. He is very obedient. He plays wonderfully a mischievous role. He goes to his elder brother. Anna, yes, my younger brother. There is a rishi, there is a sadhu, there is a yogi going via Dwaraka. I did not care for him. Let him go. What nonsense you speak? Yogis, rishis, sadhus, we are all cultured people. When they go via Prashanti Kutir, when they go via Bannerghatta, it's our duty to invite them, put them here and worship them. Anna, nowadays sadhus are not good, rishis are not good, all hypocrites, all deceits, all cheats. Nonsense. Keep quiet. Do as I say. Sorry, sir, I will do. Krishna simply obeyed. Arjuna was to come as a rishi or a yogi or a sadhu. Uncle, brother, I have arranged the circuit house, guest house for the stay of the sadhu, for the stay of the rishi. Nonsense. When we are living in a palace, how can you arrange? A rishi must live with us in our own building. Anna, it is not correct. He is a young sannyasi. He is a young sadhu. In the palace there are so many girls. Let us not. No, do as I say. Yes, sir. Next, I have asked some servants to take care of him, to look after him. What? There is our younger sister Kanya, Subhadra. You ask her to serve the rishi. Kunti Devi served Durvasa Maharshi. In our country, it is our tradition, it is our culture that the unmarried young girls in the house must be deputed to serve the guest sadhu especially. Anna, Subhadra is not married. That fellow is a young sannyasi. No, nothing doing, do it. You get your things done by your boss. If you are more intelligent, never disobey. Rama was obeyed. Yudhishthira was obeyed. And Balarama was obeyed. If today in India we are unable to have good success everywhere, it is because we have given up yoga. Yoga is dharma. Dharma is discipline. Discipline down to the earth is obedience. Let us, by the grace of God, Sri Krishna Yogeshwara, imbibe the spirit of obedience, discipline, dharma, and finally, let us meditate on Sri Krishna Yogeshwara so that we can be highly disciplined. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mrutangamaya Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pasyuntu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti